We are live. We are live. Okay. So we left off on chapter 16 yesterday. So we're going to go through 16, go from 16 through 20 today. And I've got everything pulled up, ready to go. I'm not going to share it because everybody that knows that we're live, they should be getting on. Anyways. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put my light on though, because as if I don't have enough light already. I'm going to put on my Bible though. Okay. So we're talking about the Day of Atonement now, chapter 16. Now the Lord spoke to Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron when they offered profane fire before the Lord and died. And the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron your brother not to come and at just any time into the holy place inside the veil before the mercy seat, which is on the ark, lest he die. For I will appear in the cloud above the mercy seat. Thus Aaron shall come into the holy place with the blood of a young bull as a sin offering and of a ram as a burnt offering. He shall put the holy linen tunic and the linen trousers on his body, and he shall be girded with a linen sash, and with the linen turban he shall be attired. These are holy garments, therefore he shall wash his body in water and put them on. And he shall take from the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats as a sin offering and 1 ram as a burnt offering. Aaron shall offer the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. He shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Then Aaron shall cast lots for the 2 goats, 1 lot for the Lord and the other for the scapegoat. And Aaron shall bring the goat on which the Lord's lot fell and offer it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before the Lord to make atonement upon it and to let it go as the scapegoat into the wilderness. And Aaron shall bring the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself. Then he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from the altar before the Lord, with his hands full of sweet incense, beaten fine, and bring it inside of the veil. And he shall put the incense on the fire before the Lord, and the cloud of incense may cover the mercy seat that is on the testimony, lest he die. He shall take some of the blood of the bull and sprinkle it with his finger on the mercy seat on the east side, and before the mercy seat he shall sprinkle some of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then he shall kill the goat of the sin offering, which is for the people. Bring its blood inside the veil. Do that with the blood, as he did with the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it on the mercy seat and before the mercy seat. So he shall make atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanliness of the children of Israel and because of their transgressions for all of their sins. And so he shall do it for the tabernacle of meeting, which remains among them in the midst of their uncleanliness. There shall be no man in the tabernacle of meeting when he goes in to make atonement in the holy place until he comes out, that he may make atonement for himself, his household, and all the assembly of Israel. And he shall go out to the altar that is before the Lord and make atonement for it, and shall take some of the blood of the bull and some of the blood of the goat and put it on the horns of the altar all around. Then he shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his finger 7 times, cleanse it and consecrate it from the uncleanliness of the children of Israel. And when he has made an end of atoning for the holy place, the tabernacle of meeting, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. Aaron shall lay both of his hands on the head of the live goat, confess over it all the iniquities of the children of Israel and all of their transgressions concerning all of their sins, putting them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a suitable man. The goat shall bear on itself all their iniquities to an uninhabited land, and he shall release the goat into the wilderness. Then Aaron shall come into the tabernacle of meeting, shake off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. And he shall wash his body with water in a holy place, put on his garments, come out and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people. The fat of the sin offering he shall burn on the altar, and he who released the goat as the scapegoat shall wash his clothes and bathe his body in water, and afterward he may come into the camp. The bull for the sin offering and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the holy place, shall be carried outside the camp, and they shall burn in the fire of their skins, their flesh, and their offal. Then he who burns them shall wash his clothes and bathe his body in water, and afterward he may come into the camp. This shall be a statute forever for you. In the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, you shall afflict your souls. Do not work at all, whether a native of your own country or a stranger who dwells among you. For on that day the priest shall make atonement for you to cleanse you, that you may be clean from all of your sins before the Lord. It is a Sabbath of solemn rest for you, and you shall afflict your souls. It is a statute forever. And the priest who is anointed and consecrated to minister as priest in his father's place shall make atonement and put on the linen clothes and holy garments. Then he shall make atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make atonement for the tabernacle of meeting and for the altar, and he shall make atonement for the priests and for all the people of the assembly. This shall be an everlasting statute for you, to make atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year, as he did as the Lord commanded Moses. Chapter 17. The sanctity of the blood is what I was reading, but anyway. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron, to his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, This is the thing which the Lord has commanded, saying, Whatever man of the house, of Israel who kills an ox or a lamb or a goat in the camp, or who kills it outside of the camp, and does not bring it to the door of the tabernacle of meeting to offer an offering to the Lord before the tabernacle of the Lord, the guilt of bloodshed shall be imputed to that man. He has shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people, to the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices which they offer in the open field, that they may bring them to the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and to the priest, and offer them as peace offerings to the Lord. And the priest shall sprinkle blood on the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and burn the fat for a sweet aroma to the Lord. They shall no more offer their sacrifices to demons, after whom they have played the harlot. This shall be a statute forever for them throughout their generations. Also you may say to them, Whatsoever man of the house of Israel or of the strangers that dwell among you, who offers a burnt offering or sacrifice, and does not bring it to the door of the tabernacle of meeting to offer it to the Lord, that man shall be cut off from among his people. So he's basically saying, you cannot sacrifice to any other gods except for me, or you will be cut off from your people, period. And whatever man of the house of Israel or of the strangers who dwell among you who eats any blood, I will set my face against that person who eats blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I've given it to you upon the altar to make atonement for your souls, for it is the blood that makes atonement for the soul. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, No one among you shall eat blood, nor any stranger who dwells among you eat blood. Whatever man of the children of Israel or of the strangers who dwell among you, who hunts and catches any animal or bird that may be eaten, he shall pour out its blood and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh. Its blood sustains its life. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, You shall not eat the blood of any flesh, for the life of all flesh is in the blood. Whoever eats it shall be cut off. And every person who eats what died naturally, or what was torn by beasts, whether he is a native of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe in water and be unclean until the evening. Then he shall be clean. But if he does not wash them or bathe his body, then he shall bear his guilt. Chapter 18. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, I am the Lord your God. According to the doings of the land of Egypt, where you dwelt, you shall not do. And according to the doings of the land of Canaan, where I am bringing you, you shall not do, nor shall you walk in their ordinances. You shall observe my judgments and keep my ordinances and walk in them. I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore keep my statutes and judgments, which if a man does, he will surely live by them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach anyone who is near of kin to him to uncover his nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of your father or the nakedness of your mother you shall not uncover. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife you shall not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or elsewhere, their nakedness you shall not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter, their nakedness you shall not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, begotten by your father, she is your sister, you shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister, she is near kin to your father. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, for she is near kin of your sister. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. You shall not approach his wife, she is your aunt. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law, she is your son's wife. You shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife, it is your brother's nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, nor shall you take your son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are near of kin to her, it is wickedness. Nor shall you take a woman as a rival to her sister to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. Also, you shall not approach a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is in her customary impurity. Moreover, you shall not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife to defile yourself with her. I'm going to pause there for a second. So, just to kind of break it down, these are the 20 laws against incest, starting at verse 6. Verse 8 is talking about your father's wife or stepmother. Verse 9 is sister or brother. Verse 10 is talking about your grandchildren. Verse 11 is talking about your half-sister or your half-brother. Verse 12 is talking about aunts and uncles through 14. 15 through 17 is talking about any in-laws. 18 is talking about the wife's sister or brother, and 19. And then now we're down to 20 where it's talking about being against adultery. Verse 21 is about idolatry. 22 is about homosexuality. 23 is about bestiality. And the sins of Leviticus 18, 6 through 23 are why the pagans were cast out of the promised land. And then there's, those are the pagan sins. Anyways, okay, so as we continue, we'll go ahead and read. But if I see something that I think that I need to break down, then boom, I'm going to break it down right now. All right, so chapter 18, verse 20. Moreover, you shall not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife to defile yourself with her. Verse 21, and you shall not let any of your descendants pass through the fire to Molech, nor shall you profane the name of your God. I am your God. So that's what he's saying about idolatry. We know that passing through the fire even goes with abortion nowadays, So, you shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination. Nor shall you mate with any animal to defile yourself with it. Nor shall any woman stand before an animal to mate with it. It is perversion. Verse 24, do not defile yourselves with any of these things, for by all of these the nations are defiled, which I am casting out before you. Okay, so the customary impurity, going back to verse 19, is talking about having on your visitor, the monthly visitor. So yeah, anyways, want to say that too. Because nowadays we've got a young generation that thinks that that's okay, and that's not okay, Verse 25, for the land is defiled, therefore I visit the punishment of its iniquity upon it, and the land vomits out its inhabitants. When it's talking about vomiting out its inhabitants, that's why they didn't enter the promised land. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments. You shall not commit any of these abominations, either any of your own nation or any stranger who dwells among you. For all these abominations the men of the land have done who were before you, and thus the land is defiled. Lest the land vomit you out also when you defile it, as it vomited out the nations who were before you. Verse 29, for whoever commits any of these abominations, the person who commits them shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore you shall keep my ordinance, so that you do not commit any of these abominable customs which are committed before you, that you do not defile yourselves by them. I am the Lord your God. Isn't that so powerful how the Lord protects his people? Like, so good. I really like the wife, sister, or brother one. Nor shall you take a woman as a rival to her sister to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. Powerful. Okay, verse 19. Or chapter 19, sorry. This is the moral and ceremonial laws now that we're entering into. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Every one of you shall revere his mother and his father and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Do not turn to idols, nor make for yourselves molded gods. I am the Lord your God. You might want to check and see. Okay. Sorry. Do not turn to idols, nor make for yourselves molded gods, for I am your God. Okay, verse 5. And if you offer a sacrifice of a peace offering to the Lord, you shall offer it of your own free will. It shall be eaten the same day that you offer it, and on the next day, if anything remains until the third day, it shall be burned by fire. And if it is eaten at all on the third day, it is an abomination, and it shall not be accepted. Therefore, anyone who eats of it shall bear his iniquity, because he has profaned the hallowed offering of the Lord, and that person shall be cut off from among his people. Now we're in the law of gleanings. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not wholly reap the corners of your field, nor shall you gather the gleanings of your harvest, and you shall not glean your vineyard, nor shall you gather every grape in your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord your God. Remember, we just had that Ruth conference, and we talked about this, like leaving something behind for the foreigners, so that they can eat too. You shall not steal, nor deal falsely, nor lie to one another. Verse 12, and you shall not swear by my name falsely. You shall not profane the name of the Lord your God. I am the Lord. You shall not cheat your neighbor, nor rob him. The wages of him who is hired shall not remain with you all night until the morning. You shall not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear your God. I am the Lord. You shall not do injustice in judgment. You shall not be partial to the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. In righteousness you shall judge your neighbor. You shall not go about as a talebearer among your people. Nor shall you take a stand against the life of your neighbor. I am the Lord your God. And that's just talking about bearing false witness. Then the law of love, you shall not hate your neighbor in your heart. You shall surely rebuke your neighbor and not bear sin because of him. You shall not take vengeance nor bear any grudge against the children of your people, but you should love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. So that was still in the Old Testament. It's still the same in the New Testament. Nothing's changed. It's just a little bit different, right? But nothing's changed. It's still the same Father. Verse 19. You shall keep my statutes. You shall not let your livestock breed with another kind. You shall not sow your field with mixed seed. Nor shall a garment of mixed linen and wool come upon you. That's the law of separation. And then verse 20. Whoever lies carnally with a woman who is betrothed to a man as a concubine, and who has not at all been redeemed or given her freedom, for this there shall be scourging, but they shall not be put to death because she was not free. And that's talking about being with women slaves. Verse 21, and he shall bring his trespass offering to the Lord of the tabernacle of meeting, to the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, a ram as a trespass offering. The priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord for his sin which he has committed, and the sin which he has committed shall be forgiven him. Now we're going into the law of the first fruit of trees. When you come into the land you have planted all kinds of trees for food, then you shall count their fruit as uncircumcised. 3 years it shall be uncircumcised to you, it shall not be eaten. But on the 4th year all of its fruit shall be holy, a praise to the Lord. And the 5th year you may eat its fruit, it may yield to you it is increased. I am the Lord your God. Isn't that something? For the first 3 years, they couldn't eat it. Then after the fourth year, they could eat it. And the fifth year, that's crazy. The fourth year, it is a fruit that should be holy and a praise to the Lord. The fifth year is when they could eat it. That's powerful. 5 is the number of grace too, so interesting. Verse 26, and you shall not eat anything with the blood, nor shall you practice divination or soothsaying. You shall not shave around the sides of your head, nor shall you disfigure the edges of your beard. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor tattoo any marks on you. I am the Lord your God. That is 26 social religious laws, and one of them is against pagan practices, from verses 26 all the way through 29. Do not prostitute your daughter or cause her to be a harlot, lest the land fall into harlotry, and the land become full of wickedness. You shall keep my Sabbaths and reference my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Give no regard to mediums or familiar spirits. Do not seek after them to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. You shall rise before the gray-headed and honor the presence of an old man and fear your God. I am the Lord. And if a stranger dwells with you in your land, you shall not mistreat him. The stranger who dwells among you shall be to you as one born among you, and you shall love him as yourself, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So he's constantly reminding him, you were strangers before. You know how you were treated. Don't treat them that way. So don't forget where you came from, right? So that's about breaking Sabbath, against traffic with spirit mediums and occultic teachers, against irreverence to elders and to God, against oppressing strangers, and against injustice and judgment in business. Verse 35, you shall not do injustice and judgment in measurement of length, weight, or volume. You shall have honest scales, honest weights, and an honest ephah, an honest hin. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. So that's basically like, don't cheat people, right? Don't overcharge them, whatever. Don't underserve them. Remember whenever Lay's started, they used to fill their bags full of chips, and then all of a sudden, even before the pandemic, they dropped their measurement, but they kept the prices the same. That's it right there. Therefore you shall observe all my statutes and my judgments and perform them. I am the Lord. And then chapter 20, our last chapter. This chapter is penalties for breaking the law. It talks about death for traffic with medium and occultic teachers. It commands holiness. It talks about death for parental disrespect. It talks about death for adultery, death for incest, death for homosexuality, death for incest again, death for bestiality, death for incest again. Goodness, he hits that. Death for relationship with women who are on their visitor, death for incest again, and then why the pagans were cast out of the promised land. So we're just kind of repeating, but I'm going to go over it again. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, again, you shall say to the children of Israel, whoever of the children of Israel or of the strangers who dwell in Israel, who gives any of his descendants to Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land will stone him with stones. I will set my face against that man and cut him off from among his people, because he has given some of his descendants to Molech to defile my sanctuary and profane my holy name. And if the people of the land should in any way hide their eyes from that man, when he gives some of his descendants to Molech, and they do not kill him, then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and I will cut him off from among the people who prostitute themselves with him to commit harlotry with Molech. So even the people that try to turn a blind eye to it, he's saying, you're just as guilty. That's powerful. And the person who turns to mediums and familiar spirits to prostitute themselves with him, I set my face against that person and cut him from his people. Consecrate yourselves before the Lord and be holy, for I am the Lord your God, and you shall keep my statutes and perform them. I am the Lord who sanctifies you. For everyone who curses his father and mother shall surely be put to death. He has cursed his father or his mother, and his blood shall be upon him. The man who commits adultery with another woman's wife, he who commits adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. If the man who lies with his father's wife has uncovered his father's nakedness, both of them will surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So that's what that uncovering the nakedness is talking about. It's incest. It's like having enter, the rest of the word, but I don't want to get flagged from YouTube. If a man lies with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have committed perversion. Their blood shall be upon them. If a man lies with a male as he lies with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. If a man marries a woman and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burned with fire, both he and they, that there may be no wickedness among you. If a man mates with an animal, he shall surely be put to death. You shall kill the animal. If a woman approaches any animal and mates with it, you shall kill the woman and the animal. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood is upon them. If a man takes his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and sees her nakedness and she sees his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, and they shall be cut off from the sight of their people. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness. He shall bear his guilt. If a man lies with a woman during her sickness and uncovers her nakedness, he has exposed her flow, and she has uncovered her flow of blood. Both of them shall be cut off from among their people. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, nor your father's sister, for that would uncover his nearer kin. They shall bear their guilt. If any man lies with his uncle's wife, he has uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin, and they shall die childless. If a man takes his brother's wife, it is an unclean thing. He has uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless. You shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and perform them, that the land where I'm bringing you to dwell may not vomit you out. And you shall not walk in the statutes of the nation which I am casting out before you, for they commit all of these things, and therefore I abhor them. But I have said to you, you shall not inherit their land. I will give it to you to possess. Let me go back. But I have said to you, you shall inherit their land. I will give it to you to possess, a land flowing with milk and honey. I'm the Lord your God, who has separated you from among the peoples. You shall therefore distinguish between clean animals and unclean, between unclean birds and clean, and you shall not make for yourselves abominable. You shall not make yourselves abominable by beast or bird, or by any kind of living thing that creeps on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. And you shall be holy to me, for I am the Lord your God, and I am holy, and have separated you from the peoples, that you should be mine. And the last verse is talking about death for traffic with spirit mediums and occultic teachers again. A man or a woman who is a medium or who has familiar spirit shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them. Powerful. This was a good chapter. This was really, really good. This is like better than good. Better than good. Better than good. And now we go to the understanding. All right, so chapter 16 breakdown is talking about the atonement, the heart of redemption. Leviticus 16 introduces the Day of Atonement, the most sacred day in Israel's calendar. Aaron enters the Holy of Holies once a year with blood for himself and for the people. 2 goats are presented, one is sacrificed, and one is sent into the wilderness, bearing the nation's sins. The incense cloud shields Aaron from God's glory. Everything is conducted with precision, humility, and reverence for the Lord. The 2 goats powerfully foreshadow Christ's dual work. One goat represents atonement through the blood, and the other is removing of guilt. Christ not only paid the penalty for sin, but he carried it away. The ceremony also points to the reality of a literal spiritual world where sin, holiness, angels, and divine presence are genuine forces. Our devotional truth from this chapter is that God does not overlook sin. He provides a way to remove it completely. Our leadership truth is those who lead must enter God's presence with reverence, repentance, and humility. No leader stands before God on talent alone, but only by the grace of God. In Leviticus chapter 17, life is in the blood, the sacredness of what sustains. This chapter centers on one theme: the life is in the blood. Israel is forbidden to eat blood and must present sacrifices properly. The sanctity of blood is emphasized because it symbolizes life itself and the means by which atonement is made. Blood represents both natural life and spiritual life. From Eden to Calvary, God used blood as the symbol of covenant, sacrifice, cleansing, and redemption. Blood speaks, blood covers, and blood atones. The prohibition against consuming it underscores that life belongs to God alone. Our devotional truth from this chapter is life is sacred, God is the giver. Our leadership truth is leaders must treat people, time, and resources with reverence because all life originates from God and it is sustained by him. Leviticus 18, boundaries that protect blessing. This chapter contains God's laws regarding sexual purity. He establishes boundaries protecting family, marriage, identity, and community life. These boundaries are not restrictive, they are protective. God warns Israel not to imitate the practices of Egypt or Canaan, reminding them that proximity to a culture does not require embracing its values. Woo! That's a word for right now. Hello, somebody. We are in the world, but not of the world. We do not have to embrace this culture or the values of this culture. These laws highlight spiritual and moral separation. Holiness is not isolation, but distinction, living differently because God himself is different. Boundaries around intimacy protect dignity, identity, and generational blessings. The devotional truth from this is God's boundaries guard the soul, the family, and our future. The leadership truth is leaders protect the community by upholding moral clarity, guarding relationships, and refusing to compromise. Holiness inspires trust. Leviticus 19, the holiness code, reflecting God in daily life. This chapter is a beautiful blend of moral, social, and spiritual commands. God calls his people to be holy because he is holy. The laws touch every area of our life: honesty, generosity, justice, respect for parents, Sabbath keeping, business ethics, love for our neighbors, care for the poor, compassion for the vulnerable. This chapter reveals holiness as practical righteousness. True holiness is not a ritual, it is character. It touches fields, scales, conversations, relationships, decisions, and motives. Love your neighbor as yourself also emerges from this chapter, reminding us that holiness expresses itself in love. The devotional truth for chapter 19 is holiness shines brightest in everyday behavior, in compassion, integrity, and kindness. And the leadership truth is leaders must model holiness in how they treat people. The culture they shape reflects the character that they carry. Leviticus chapter 20, consequences, calling, and covenant identity. The chapter details the consequences of rejecting God's ways by embracing sin, idolatry, witchcraft, or moral corruption. God makes clear that Israel must not live like surrounding nations because they are set apart. The theme is unmistakable. Holiness is not optional for God's people. It is the identity of God's people. The spiritual realm behind these commands is also discussed. And then idolatry, immorality, and occultic practices are not simply behaviors. They're spiritual entanglements with forces that oppose God. God protects his people by drawing clear lines between what brings blessing and what brings destruction. The devotional truth is holiness is both calling and protection. The leadership truth is leaders must take spiritual reality seriously. They must guard themselves and their communities against influences that distort truth, corrupt character, or open doors to bondage. Distinction is a strength. And then the devotional summary of all of them. These chapters reveal a powerful journey into God's heart for his people. God cleanses his people thoroughly. He honors the sanctity of life. He protects relationships through boundaries, reveals holiness as daily character, and he calls his people to distinct living. Chapter 20 shows how holiness is rooted in atonement, grounded in the sacredness of life, preserved by boundaries expressed through love and secured by obedience. Our leadership takeaway from all of these is that leaders are shaped by God to pursue purity, uphold boundaries, protect the community, walk in truth, reflect God's holiness in every decision. Holiness isn't just an image, it is our identity. Amen to that. And the notes will be posted in the morning to this. Yesterday's notes, I kind of had to cut this morning because the summary of all the chapters, it was too much. It only lets me put like 5,000 characters down there. So I just deleted the last paragraph. So hopefully this will all fit, but sometimes I may have to delete it because it doesn't give me that room in the description box. But yeah, anyways, I hope that you guys were blessed. I pray that y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys back here again Monday at noon. Monday at noon. And we will be reading Leviticus 21 through 24. God bless you guys.